that this webinar is informational. Upon entering, all participants will be muted. It's a very large crowd. We have a lot of people in attendance. Your cameras will be disabled. The chat feature will not be available, but our grants team will be available Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 to provide TA, personal assistance, and help you complete your application and answer any questions you may have. We'll go through the contact information on our website, and please make sure that your audio is enabled. So we'll go ahead and get started. And I want to thank everyone for spending some of their Saturday morning with us. This is an incredible opportunity for childcare providers, and we are really excited to be able to share some information about the childcare workforce appreciation bonuses. And just as a reminder, the bonuses are funded under the American Rescue Plan Act. The funds were awarded to the Kansas Department for Children and Families, and grants are administered by the Kansas Department of Health and Environment. And this is part of our incredible grants team that will be available Monday through Friday to help walk you through, answer your questions, and help you complete your applications. My name is Samantha Sulcer. I am Senior Program Manager. Amanda is our grant manager. Jan, Ametria, Christopher, Vicki, and Maria are our grant specialists. And in addition to our grant specialists, we also have grant navigators who will be available regionally. Kathy is in Region 1, Sierra is Region 2, Brianna is Region 3, and Gail is Region 4. So I think the biggest question that most everyone has is who is eligible? So we're going to go through eligibility. To be eligible to receive the Child Care Workforce Appreciation Bonus, the most important thing is that everyone who is eligible will be notified. You'll be notified via email or mail, depending on how your information is entered in Claris or in KDHE's provider portal. Eligible individuals must currently be working in a Kansas child care facility licensed by KDHE or a license exempt Head Start program. Relative care providers approved by DCF will also be eligible. Eligible individuals must be working regularly, which means weekly. Eligible individuals must have a minimum of 6 months continuous paid employment by July 1st, 2022, and be able to show proof of employment. Individuals with less than 6 months of experience will also be eligible for payment, but your application period is later in the cycle. So for eligibility, all eligible individuals will receive notification letters indicating they are pre-approved to receive the Child Care Workforce Appreciation Bonus based on your designated application period. So there will be specific periods per license type where you will be able to apply, and those notification letters will be mailed or emailed directly to the individual employees. And this is for the individual, it is not for the center, this is for the individual. So you'll be notified individually 1 week prior to the application start date. And it will be mailed or emailed to the address that is on file with KDHE. So this is also an important time for directors and any licensed program to log into your KDHE provider portal and make sure that all of your affiliates are updated. Individuals must currently be working in a Kansas child care facility. And those eligible facilities include KDHE licensed child care centers, Head Start centers, preschools, school-age programs, drop-in programs, licensed daycare homes, or group daycare homes. License exempt Head Starts will also be eligible, and relative care providers approved by DCF will be eligible. Facilities that will not be eligible to apply are preschools operated by school districts that are not licensed by KDHE or licensed summer-only programs. Individuals must also be regularly working, which means you're working weekly. Individuals with on-call status will not be eligible to apply, and substitutes must be regularly working weekly with at least 6 months of experience from continuous employment by July 1st, 2020. Individuals must be in a paid position at the Kansas Child Care Facility. Volunteers will not be eligible to receive the funding. So if you are employed and regularly working at least weekly, any number of hours, while the program is open and operating, you are eligible to apply. If you're unsure of what license type your center has, you can reach out to your director and they'll be able to provide that information for you. And as a reminder, license ownership or ownership type or months of operation do not impact eligibility. In addition to your work experience, you'll also have to have proof of current employment. And to provide proof of current employment, as a facility employee, you can submit a recent pay stub within a month or a canceled check that includes the facility employer information. If you're an owner operator, you can use your current license issued by KDHE with your name printed on the license as your proof of current employment. If there's more than one owner on the license can serve as proof for all individuals printed on the license. Pay stubs or licenses are used to verify current employment only. They will not be used to verify hours or experience, but only that you are currently employed. And workers who receive cash payments and cannot verify employment with a pay stub or canceled check are not eligible to apply. Individuals must also have 6 months of continuous paid employment by July 1st, 2022, by July 1st, 2022. And you need to be in the facility you're currently employed in. The experience could have occurred, or combined continuous employment at both the current facility as well as your previous licensed care facility. And when considering combined facilities, employment must be continuous without a break in between while transitioning between the two programs. Vacation, sick, family medical leave, or maternity will not be considered a break in employment and will not impact eligibility. Individuals that work in facilities that close during a certain part of the year but remain employed with the facility are not considered to have a break in employment. As long as all other requirements are met, individuals with the following roles are eligible to receive payment. So if you're an administrator, assistant director, cook, driver, nurse, owner operator, primary caregiver, program director, resident employee, resource specialist, a substitute, and remember, must be regularly working, or teaching staff, you're eligible to apply. If you are eligible under all other requirements, but your role is not listed here, you will have an ability to select other and describe your role. And since all programs will be notified that they are eligible, not just programs, but individuals, everyone who is eligible will be notified. If you are a licensed exempt Head Start staff and you do not receive your notification, you may contact Kim Kennedy, and her information will be included in our FAQs. And if you're a relative care provider and you did not receive notification, you may contact Lisa Jenneret, and she is also going to be included in our frequently asked questions. If you are employed in a licensed facility under any of the types that we listed, and you believe that you are meeting all the requirements, that you've met all the eligibility, that you are currently employed, you have had continuous employment, you are able to show proof of employment verification, but you did not receive the notification letter, then we are going to encourage you to access the application during the application period that is associated with the license type of the program that you're working in, and go ahead and complete an application. You can submit that and it will be reviewed by KDHE. So even if you don't receive notification, but believe that you meet all of the eligibility requirements, then during the appropriate grant period, we'll ask that you just go ahead and complete the application and submit it, and it will be reviewed. All right, so we're going to run through the application process. And a couple really important things that we want you to know about the application is that especially licensed programs who have been participating in some of the recent grant opportunities, especially the sustainability grants, that this grant opportunity or award is not connected in any way to your Child Care Aware of Kansas profile. KDHE is managing the applications, and so any previous grant applications or documents that were submitted to Child Care Aware for the sustainability grants cannot be accessed for this purpose. Applications and required attachments and documents should be submitted online for expedited processing. Paper applications may be requested and submitted by fax or email. But to ensure the quickest, most effective and efficient way to get your application submitted and processed, we encourage you to use the electronic online form to submit your application and documents. It's important to know that failure to complete any part of the application or provide required attachments, your W-9, proof of employment, and electronic deposit, if you're choosing that, will delay the processing of your application. You'll not be able to save the online application and return to it. So please complete all information, upload attachments, and submit everything all in one setting. And we'll go through that a little bit more when we get to the application walkthrough. Applications and required documents for verification and issuing payments will not be accepted by email. And I want to strongly stress that you can submit electronically online, you can mail all of your documents, or you can fax them, but we do not accept emailed applications and documents because that is not a secure venue to submit sensitive data. So please do not email applications or any of your personal documents. So some of the required documents that you're going to need before you start completing your online application. One is your proof of employment. So you want to make sure that you have a pay stub or a canceled check or license with your name on it that you can use to verify your employment. You will also need to complete the W-9, and it is required because this is taxable income and you will receive a 1099. So we do need you to complete the W-9. The direct deposit is optional. You do have the option of submitting a request for just a paper check, but if you would like to have your payment submitted electronically to your account, then you'll need to complete the electronic deposit for payment form. And in addition to the form, if you are submitting that, you will also need to provide a copy of a voided check or a letter from your bank. The forms are available on our website, and we're going to go through that as well. And just as a reminder, once you start the application, you cannot return to it. So if you get in and then log out, there won't be anything saved. So we want to make sure that you are getting all of your documents together and saving them to your device before you start completing the application. And of course, the preferable way will be online, and the link to apply electronically will be posted on the Child Care Aware of Kansas website on July 18th. It will be available for the first application period for the license type, which will be child care centers, licensed Head Starts, and licensed exempt Head Starts. So when you get ready to complete your application, you want to make sure that you have all three of the documents that we talked about: proof of employment, your W-9, and direct deposit. and voided check or bank letter from your bank if you're going to be requesting direct deposit. And just as a note, you have to submit all of your documents in the same format. So if you start online, you need to be able to submit everything online. But if you're going to fax or mail, then you need to do all of them together with your fax or mail. And again, here are some of our contact information, and we'll show this again on our website, but our grants team will be available by phone. You can email us, or we have a chat feature that is on our website. And we'll go through that as well. This will also be in the FAQs, so you don't have to worry about trying to copy it here. But if you are requesting a paper application, you can request that by emailing kdhe.cclbonus@ks.gov. And just as a reminder, that if you are submitting through mail or fax, that you also have to submit all the required documents. So for the approval process, how will you know if your application has been approved? Your applications will be requested, processed, and approved in phases by license program type, and we'll be reviewing the, application period table. And I also want to remind everyone that when we get to the table and you see the application start dates, that if you miss your window to apply, it does not mean that you've missed your opportunity to apply. Even though the window associated with, or the application period associated with your license type or the license type of the facility you're employed with is passed, you will have the opportunity to continue to apply anytime after that period, and your application will be reviewed. So just remember, if you miss the window, that it is not a missed opportunity to apply. Your application will still be accepted, and you can apply anytime after that. Again, we'll have FAQs on our website that will go back through all of the eligibility, and our grant team is available to also walk through the eligibility requirements. Okay. We're going to review the application schedule on our website in just a moment, but as a reminder, because there are scheduled times, we ask that you please do not apply prior to your application period phase, that you wait until your phase to submit your application. And again, if you miss the deadline for your phase, you will still be able to apply anytime after, and your application will be reviewed. So this is the application period by date for individuals who will be applying. So beginning July 18th, child care centers, licensed and license exempt Head Starts will be able to begin applying. Everyone who is with 6 months equal or greater work experience. Beginning on August 15th, preschools. September 11th, school age and drop-in programs can begin. On October 9th, licensed daycare homes and group daycare homes may begin submitting their application. And then the final phase, relative care providers. And then anyone who had less than 6 months of work experience or continuous employment as of July 1st, 2022. And again, pre-notification letters will be mailed or emailed directly to all eligible individuals by KDHE, and that will begin the week prior to the application open date by program type. And then as a reminder, you do see that there are closed dates, but that does not mean closed opportunity. If you missed your window to apply, you can apply anytime after, and your application will be reviewed. Okay. We are going to walk through a few things really quick. So first is our website. You can see childcareaware.org/grants/. You log into this page, you'll see some of our contact information. You have the ability to request time with a grant specialist. You can submit your request here. And in the lower right-hand corner, this is the chat that programs will be able to, and individuals, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, you'll be able to live chat with a provider. I'm sorry, with a grants team member. So the Child Care Workforce Appreciation Bonus, to access all the information about that, and again, you see our website or our grants team email. You can open this tab to view all of the resources available, receive some general information. The application period table is also provided on our website. And I would encourage you to come back to our website often, because this is where all the updates will be. The updated FAQs, any additional documents we have available, they will be available on our website. The webinars that you've attended, and as a reminder, the informational webinar from today will be posted on our website early next week, and it'll be available to view anytime after that, should you want to come back. The required documents are also available here. And then these are the 2 documents that you will need if you're going to be submitting electronically, and you can even do these now if you're going to be requesting a copy of your hard copy application. You can complete these forms in advance. The W-9 is a required form. The electronic deposit is only required if you would like to receive your payment electronically. The application link right now is unavailable, but beginning July 18th, this is where you will click to apply for the award online. And again, additional contact information, you can reach out to us by phone, email, our grants email, or in the lower right-hand corner, the chat feature. So we're going to walk through a few of the forms really quick. W-9, and this is just a sample, but the W-9 is required, and the W-9 does not replace employment verification. This will be required along with your employment verification. It is a required form, and you can see you fill out your individual name, and if you are a licensed program, your business name, and this is exactly as it will be shown on your bank account. Most everyone in here will be either an individual or a sole proprietor. There may be a few that have these others, but you'll check the type that is specific to your license type or your employment. You'll provide your street address. This is only applicable if you are not an individual proprietor. This is an optional field as well, but you'll need to supply your social security number or your employer identification number. And the form does include all the information you need to determine if any of those fields are required by you. But for most, you'll need to provide your name, if you're an individual or sole proprietor or your business type, your address, and your either social security number or your identification number. And when you have downloaded this form, and you can access it from our website, we want to make sure that you have this available when you get ready to submit your application. So you're going to save your application, and it's really important that you understand the process. You need to save this application to the device that you're going to be using to complete your application. So to save it, you'll click Save. When you click Save, depending on your device, and this will look a little different for each of you, but you'll receive a window that asks you where you would like to save it, and the file name for each one of these documents will automatically be populated. And then you'll want to make sure that you are checking where you would like to save that in an easy place, and I recommend, because it's easy to find, it doesn't get buried in your files, is that you save these documents to your desktop so they will be easy to access. So once you open the document, download it and save it to wherever the location is in your device that you would like to. Click save. And then when you get ready to upload the document, and we'll go back through that when we're walking through the application, there will be a button that asks you to upload, and you'll have your document saved, completed, and ready to go. And you'll want to do the same for the ACH, the direct deposit, if you plan on using it. And this is the ACH that will be available on our website, and it is required by the state. For the Smart Supplier ID, you will not need to provide any information in this field. This is completed by the state agency, so you do not have to enter anything in there. And then it will be your general contact information, your name, your contact name, your address, phone number, and email. And then also your bank information. You want to make sure that you check if it is a checking or a savings account, the name of your bank, your routing account number, and your name as it shows on your account. You will not need to complete part 3 unless you currently have banking information submitted with the state. If you do not, then you'll not need to worry about this section. You'll just sign, date, and again, you want to download, save this to your device, complete it, save it, and then it will be ready to be uploaded when you access the application. So now we are going to walk very quickly through the application. So once the application is available, it's a really simple form, and it shouldn't take very long to complete. So you want to start out with, and these are all required fields. So you'll select the license type that is specific to you, either through your center or as an owner operator. And if you don't know, visit with your director and they'll be able to help you identify exactly how their program is licensed. You'll need to provide the name as well as the license number. Again, connect with your director and they'll be able to help you. And then you have some general contact information: first name, middle name, last name, your phone number, email address, residential address, an apartment number if applicable, city, state, and zip. You'll also identify the affiliate role that you're in. And again, if none of these fit exactly your role, you can select other, and then you just describe what your role is. The first groups that are able to apply for the grant are those with 6 months of continuous childcare employment. So you will be asked to attest and confirm that you do have at least 6 months of continuous childcare employment. You'll also provide your total years and months of experience, your start date of employment. And we'll talk a little bit more about this with the directors as well. When you're updating your provider portal, you want to make sure that those start dates for your affiliates are updated. And you'll also want to enter the hours per week at your current facility. And so there are some questions about what if I work in 2 facilities. We want you to include the hours for the facility where you spend the most time. And what if your hours vary from 1 week to the next? 1 week you may be under 20 hours, and the next week you may be over 20 hours. So to complete this, and this is self-reported, so you would just average the number of hours weekly that you've worked for the last 6 months. If your hours vary, if you're under 20, then you would report you're less than 20. If you're over 20, you would report those. But if your hours vary, then we just ask that you do an average of your hours for the previous 6 months. You'll also select your highest level of education, as well as if you have any childcare credentialing. And this is where the application may get a little more challenging, but we want to walk you through that. You'll be able to select if you're requesting a check by mail or direct deposit. And if you select direct deposit, then you want to make sure that you are submitting the ACH form. There will be a link here if you need to connect back to our website to access the 2 forms that you'll need. Of course, one is optional if you choose not to receive the ACH. Once you have accessed those documents, completed them, saved them to your device, you'll be able to upload. And this is where you will do that. So you'll click upload, go back to the location that you saved it, and an easy location again is your desktop. You won't have to search very far. It'll be right there for you to find. You absolutely need to complete the W-9. This is taxable income, and the W-9 must be submitted. You'll also have to provide your proof of employment verification, which is a paycheck stub or a copy of your license if you're the owner operator. And if you would like to receive direct deposit, this is where you will upload the ACH form. And remember, you will also need to provide a voided check, an image of a voided check, or a letter from your bank along with that. You'll also need to notify by email KDHE if you have a change in employment status or in your mailing address, and you'll be asked to acknowledge yes for that. And you'll also attest to that all of the information that you are providing is truthful and honest to your knowledge. And then you'll add your signature, the date, and submit. And you want to make sure that once you start, that you have everything you need to complete, because you will not be able to come back into this application and start again. You have to complete it once you have started. You click submit, and you'll receive a notification that your application has been submitted. And we do ask that you wait 30 days from the time that you have submitted your application to reach out to see the status. It will take a little bit of time to process the large number of applications that will come in. So just know that if you receive that pop-up message, that your application is submitted and will be processed, and then give us about 30 days before you reach out to check on status. So I know that payment is a question that everyone may have too. So we'll talk about the amounts that are available. Okay. So again, eligible individuals will receive a pre-approval notification prior to the application open date for their program facility type. And again, you'll receive notification a week prior, but if you miss your opportunity or the window to apply, you do not miss the opportunity to apply. You can apply after. Work experience will be determined based on length of service as of July 1st, 2022, and is based on the start effective date submitted by the facility and on file with KDHE. So you want to make sure that all your affiliate profiles are updated. Hours per week are reported by the applicant on the applications. If the hours worked each week vary, report the average hours per week worked over the last 6-month period. So if you are any of the license types that we mentioned, all KDHE license type excluding summer-only programs, and you work less than 20 hours a week and have more than 6 months service time, your payment will be $1,250. If you work 20 or more hours weekly, your payment will be $2,500. If you are those license types and have less than 6 months of work experience, less than 20 hours, your payment will be $1,000. 20 hours or greater, your payment will be $2,000. I want to make sure. Less than 6 months, less than 20 hours, $1,000 payment. 20 hours or greater, $2,000 payment. If you're a relative care provider, your payment will be $750. And there are some other additional information that we want to share about the grant or this award opportunity. And as a reminder, always visit the Child Care Aware of Kansas website. That is where the contact information is for our grant specialists who are available to help you complete the process, walk you through whatever you need, and answer all of your questions, as well as any updated FAQs or updates on the grant in general. Right. This is really important. You want to know if there are any requirements for how the payment may be spent. Absolutely not. This is not like sustainability where there were categories or expenses that you had to account for. This is a bonus payment, and it is intended as an acknowledgement of your hard work and dedication as a child care professional. You may spend the bonus as you see fit, and there are no receipt requirements or any restrictions on how you spend this appreciation payment that is made to you. As a director, what can I do to make sure all eligible staff are identified? And there are several things you can do to help make sure that the individuals who are eligible have access. Make sure that all the affiliates are updated through the KDHE provider portal and ensure the effective date of service is accurate. We want to make sure that you're sharing this information about the bonus with all of your staff and encourage them to review the eligibility requirements and determine if they should apply during the period for their program. And again, if you are an individual who did not receive a notification letter, we encourage you to go ahead and log in during the appropriate application period time. So if you work for a center, that will begin July 18th, and go ahead and complete an application. Those applications will be reviewed. And then make sure that the affiliates have the information they need to complete the application, which is the license number, and the program name is shown on license. And if you want to make sure that your portal, your provider portal in KDHE is updated, visit this website to make sure it's updated. And if you need assistance with the portal, you can email kdhe.cclr@ks.gov. This information will also be included in the FAQs on our website, so you do not need to save it here. But if you need to update, we'll provide the link for you to update in the FAQs, and then the contact information if you need any assistance from KDH with completing that process. Will this payment go to me or to my supervisor? These payments are for the individual. So payment will go directly to the individual who is eligible for the Child Care Workforce Appreciation Bonus. Each individual worker must apply in order to receive the payment. So this is also important. This is not an application that the director can complete for the individual. The individual will be notified and they will complete the application themselves, but you can provide assistance as previously mentioned. Make sure that they have the license number that is available to them so they can complete that, the name of the facility, and that you're sharing the information with them. If I have a degree, will I receive more money? No, eligibility and bonus amounts are not based on education level. Every worker in licensed programs and license exempt Head Start programs will receive the same amount based on length of service and hours worked each week. So your level of education does not impact the amount that you will be receiving. DCF relative care providers will receive $750. Is this taxable income? This is definitely taxable income. These bonus you will receive as a recipient a 1099 for the year 2022 from the state of Kansas. And we do not provide tax advice, but we highly recommend that you visit with a tax professional about how this will impact you individually because it is taxable income. What else do I need to know about applying for and accepting this bonus payment? Individual applications will be reviewed and approved based on eligibility criteria. Once the application is complete and verification is made, the payment will be routed for processing. If any individual owes money to the state of Kansas, please note the bonus payment will be reduced by the amount owed. And again, if you miss your application window, you have not missed your opportunity and can apply at any time. And we do encourage that you apply as soon as your application period opens. Don't wait until the end of the period to apply. Please go in and apply at your earliest convenience as soon as your application period begins. Who do I call if I have questions about completing or submitting my application? Again, reach out directly to Child Care Aware of Kansas for technical assistance. Call us by phone, email us, or access our chat on our website. And if you need Spanish assistance, call our office as well, and we'll make sure that we connect you with a Spanish-speaking staff member that can help you. All right. I want to thank everybody for joining, and I wasn't sure we have Michelle Allen with us today, and I wanted to double check with her to see if there's any additional information that she would like to share. Michelle, do you have anything you would like to share?
Thanks, Sam. I just want to thank all of our childcare providers for all of the, and really childcare professionals, excuse me. I just want to say again that the work that you have done over the past 2 years is so valued and so appreciated, and working to get all of you as much money as possible through this program has been really exciting. And again, just want to thank all of you for your work. Thanks, Sam.
You're welcome. And I want to thank everyone for attending today. I know it's a Saturday morning and there's a lot of things going on, so we appreciate your time. And as a reminder, although this was an informational webinar, the chat feature was closed. I encourage you to reach out to our grants team. Again, all of our contact information is on our website, and it will be on our FAQ on our website. The chat feature on our website is available Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. You can request a specific time with a specialist by filling out the request, or send an email anytime, and they will also be reviewed Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. And of course, call anytime. We'll be available to help with any support you need in completing the applications, uploading your documents, making sure that you have everything you need to submit to receive your Child Care Workforce Appreciation Bonus. So watch for updates on our website. Check the schedule for the launch date for each license type or group, and any updates that we have on our website. And reminder, the first launch will be July 18th. Thank you everyone for attending. We'll close now.